Hello, it's Alice.
And Taylor.
And that in the background is Sophia, in case you didn't know. I guess this show is going to be all about updates because a lot have changed, and that's going to be our topic today. We're just going to kind of fill you in on what life has brought us to as of now. So, 2015 has obviously ended. We made a New Year's resolution about 5 years ago not to make any New Year's resolutions, so no changes coming in that manner.
We did. Wait, we did?
I did.
Oh,
My New Year's resolution is to not make New Year's resolutions. That was my eternal one. We've moved simply because Kenneth got a job offer that was supposed to start in March. They called us on December 28th and said, "Can you start January 4th?" And so he started the job. 2 weeks later, he was driving 2 hours there and 2 hours back, and he said, "I can't do this anymore." So voila, here we are, new home. Taylor's got a
car and my own room.
And her new school.
My new school.
And then I am just working on my master's, but I did just get a phone call that said, "Yay, your diploma came in." So SFASU,
Woohoo!
Axum Jacks. I graduated. That's where I'm getting my master's from as well. What else has changed, Taylor?
I did an ombre to my hair.
And it just enhanced your beauty as always.
Even if I make this face.
I love you no matter what, always and forever.
Okay.
Sophia got a haircut, but she does regularly. She goes to the groomer. She's squeaking the stupid chicken right now. What else?
I went to a new school. This school gives you like tablet things that are like laptops, and it does help with like learning, but like it's easier. My backpack's really light, but it kind of sucks because we don't have as much interaction with the teacher, and I'm a really hands-on person.
You kind of miss the old school books where you could just easily, yeah. But, this is the way life changes.
You live and you learn.
Yep. What else has changed? We no longer have the Magnolia zip code. Sophia's squeaking the stupid chicken.
I've gotten better at yoga.
I've gotten better at not exercising at all.
I had messaged her earlier today, and I was like, "Hey, since you're bored, you should walk to my school and check me out, and then we can go home." And she was like, "No, that's not happening."
I was like, "That's a trek, not a walk, and it's 3 miles, so yeah." I'm not athletic like that. That seems like exercise, and exercise is not something that I do. I'm going to get into it one day. Not today. Probably not tomorrow either. Or next week. What else?
My car's in the shop.
It had an oil leak that is being repaired.
Which sucks because I haven't been able to drive it much.
But here's the thing. Here's the part that got me, and I'm going to get on my soapbox for just a minute. So, when I went by, because I noticed that Taylor's car was having a little issue right after we bought it. We bought her used car. She saved up her money all summer, and so last summer she worked, and so we told her that we would help her out or match that or whatever, and so she got a Mini Cooper. And it was a used car, but we got it from the dealership, the same dealership that we purchase our vehicles from. And so when I got the car, the very next day, less than 24 hours later, I took it back, and I was like, there are all these warning lights, and something's going on with the car. And they told me, "Oh, we'll look at it. We'll check it out," because this is less than 24 hours later. So I go in there, and they cleared all the warning lights, said everything was fine. It was just a bulb out. Not knowing a whole lot about the Mini Coopers and what goes on with the warning lights, I didn't think anything about it because it didn't recognize. It's not like on our Passat or on a GMC or a Chevy. It's a different type of warning light that I wasn't familiar with. So the other day I backed the car less than 3 weeks later, 2.5 weeks, I backed the car out of the garage, and I noticed there's drops of oil on my garage floor. So on Monday I had to go pick up her plates and her registration, and so I said, "By the way, there's oil on my garage floor." It's the same warning lights, the same issues that I had before. So they told me they were going to look at the car, they would see what they could be done, so on and so forth, and they would let me know. And so he comes to me and he says, "It's going to be a little while longer. Do you need to go somewhere?" So I call my wonderful, loving mother-in-law, and I said, "Can you come pick me up? Because it's going to be a minute." 4.5 hours later, they call me and tell me that I need to pay $1,000 out of pocket,
which is stupid,
to have Taylor's car fixed, and they were giving me a deal. And I said, no. I know what my rights are. I came to you at the beginning. They were basically, I got the impression that they were doing that because they didn't think that I knew what I was talking about, because I'm a female. So I said, I'll be up there with Kenneth. My husband is, he's an intimidating fellow. Nicest man you'll ever meet on the planet, but his size tends to make him intimidating. So sometimes when I need to be heard, I just ask him to stand behind me. And people tend to pay attention. Is that not true?
No, it's very true.
So the very next night after I came home, I got a ride home from my mother-in-law. We picked Taylor up from school. I got a ride home. I went through and I did my research and everything and found out what my rights were. And I went up there prepared for the whole argument. And so I laid it all on the line to them. And I was like, nope, less than 24 hours I brought you this. It was fraudulent that you told me everything was fine. There was no problems with the car less than 24 hours later. And I'm coming to you with the same problem here less than 3 weeks later, and this is your issue. We need to figure out how to resolve it, blah, blah, blah. So now they're fixing Taylor's car.
And then we're going to have it back by the time that ungrounding day comes, which is on Monday, and I don't have school on Monday, which makes it even better.
And today I called the gentleman to get a timeline on when the car, because they had to order a special part on when the car would be ready, and he said something about they had done all the research and knew exactly how to fix it, and they were going to do top of the line. And I told him that I wanted it fixed correctly, and he said, "Oh, no, ma'am. We're going to fix your car because I never want you in my office again."
See, to me, that sounds like an insult.
It was. First I thought it was a bit insulting, but after speaking to my mother-in-law and my husband, which both laughed and said, "No, you should take that as a compliment," because I went in there fully knowledgeable. I told him that I knew it had a vacuum leak after driving it because of the way it jittered when I took off and the oil in my thing, and this was not something that had just occurred and blah, blah, blah. And they thought I was just some stupid female because that's what men think women are a lot of times. I'm blessed to have a husband who encourages and appreciates my intelligence and my abilities, but I can honestly say that most of the men in the car industry are sexist assholes.
Language.
Sorry, but it's the truth.
I know. What's funny about this entire thing, listening to it, is that she knew everything that was wrong with the car, but I didn't even notice anything. So I was like, yeah, 17, got my own car.
Well, I am a daddy's girl. And so I was sitting under the hood of old Chevys before I could properly walk. So there's a little bit of knowledge there. Some of that knowledge doesn't apply to the new cars and all the computers, but a lot of the jerks and the sounds are the same. Papa blessed me with enough knowledge to get me through, because sometimes in these situations you gotta fake it till you make it. And luckily for me, I knew just enough to fake it until they got it, and they don't want to deal with me anymore because I'm abnormal when it comes to a female.
You're not abnormal.
I don't think I am either. I think that most of the female gender is intelligent, but I think that a lot of times, and I was speaking to a friend about this the other day. Remember when she came over?
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how some of her friends dumb themselves down because that's what men want. Ladies, you are doing us all a disservice and an injustice by dumbing yourselves down. You are setting us back decades and decades. You are supposed to be powerful, intelligent, upstanding, knowledgeable people. That's your job. Not to set the female gender back because you think some man is intimidated or overwhelmed by your intelligence and your power and your grace. Taylor, if I catch you doing that?
Oh, not even close. You know me.
Yes. I raised my daughter. She's very outspoken and very, bam, this is how it is, and she knows how to compromise, and she's filled with compassion, and I love that you have this heart and this amazing sense about you.
I know.
But at the same time, you know right from wrong, and you're not afraid to stand up for those injustices.
Yeah, I know. And I know that sometimes I don't have a filter, and I don't mean for that to happen. It's just like I say what's on my mind. So I always apologize in advance before I meet new people.
But I think what the wonderful thing about your filter is that you've always tried to be kind,
Yeah,
and
I
that's a wonderful thing. So as strong as you are, and as much as you recognize your intelligence and your power, and you refuse to dumb that down or even filter it, you still have kindness and compassion built in you, which is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful combination.
Well, we got a car, we got the house, the dog's here. Oh, me and my sister put on trash bags the other day to sweat more because it was cold outside. Like, we straight up, we took some trash bags, cut some, holes in from the top, arm sleeve, like, cut some armholes out, put that on, put some sweatpants and a sweatshirt on, sweated like there was no tomorrow. And then...
I just watched.
You didn't even watch.
I watched you walk out the door to work out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then I'm out of almond milk. I switched from soy milk to almond milk because the soy milk had a lot of hormones and it was making me have worse migraines than I already get.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing you changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the moral of today's, or the lesson, or the theme, or what do we want to call it?
The sporadicness of this topic.
Our randomness of today mainly gravitated around, first of all, changes are good. Sometimes spontaneity is good. Life throws curveballs at you, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches. Hence, we move in less than a week. We found a house. We had a great realtor. We had all this.
I had friends at school.
And then the other story is, ladies, you have to stop dumbing yourself down. You are doing an in-service to every generation before you by not being strong, powerful, intelligent queens that you are.
Like, if I see you do this in front of me, I will call you out on it.
Be kind, but know your strength. Know your value. Do not ever let someone devalue you. Ever. No matter the situation.
Because it's stupid.
For lack of a better vocabulary word, it's stupid.
You have to say it like I did. It's stupid.
Okay. We're going to let Taylor carry that one off. So we're back, guys. We hope to have another one for you next week. This is Alice.
Wednesday, it's Taylor.
We will see you then. Have a wonderful day.
Deuces.